Okay, let's watch this Little Joel video. I will continue with the rest of Okay Buddy Kaya tomorrow. I wanna see this because Ian actually responded to this and said, "Super well said. I completely agree with your perspective. Thanks for making this."
So recently, idubbbz, an extremely successful YouTuber, made a video apologizing essentially for his entire career.
This guy is satanic, bro. This little Big Joel guy is fine, but this Little Joel guy seems satanic to me. What is this? Satan.
For his entire career. He got famous making content cop videos, content calling out other YouTubers, and these videos were often filled with very 2012 teenager talking points. He made a lot of edgelord jokes, he was often kind of mean-spirited, and most importantly for our purposes, he used the N-word quite a lot and advocated kind of seriously for its political usefulness.
It's literally like the definition of desensitizing society to the N-word and taking us a million steps back.
Tana, you are dumb. It is the exact opposite.
For all this, idubbbz gave this really serious apology and decided to unlist all of his content cop stuff. These choices have predictably sparked a lot of negative attention on the internet, and that's broadly from two kinds of people. The first is people who liked it when he was edgy, liked his liberal use of slurs, and who are mad about his political cuckening. The second group, the more reasonable ones I guess, say something like, look, let's not throw the baby out with the bathwater. I liked your content, and while I don't love your use of slurs, you were funny and you were calling out bad YouTubers, and there's a special place in my heart for the work you did. You see this argument in different forms from the top comments on the apology video, from Boogie2988, and from Solar Sands, a YouTuber I quite like. So I disagree with both groups of people. I think it makes perfect sense that idubbbz wanted to just delete those videos, and here I wanted to explain why in a very personal, non-political way. So one of the deleted content cop videos is about Tana Mon.
I love that this motherfucker looks like he's in that art movie Lighthouse all the time. Like he just straight up looks like he looks like he's just cutting content from the lighthouse that he is operating. Like always. Lighthouse equals art movie. I mean, it is. Isn't that an art movie? What the fuck? Is Lighthouse not an art movie?
A famous YouTuber I barely know about. In that video, in order to, I guess, call Tana out on her racism and hypocrisy, he goes to a convention of hers, pays extra for the meet and greet, and when it comes time to take a picture with her, he says, say N-word. She seems genuinely uncomfortable and runs off. Who wouldn't, right? This video takes center stage in idubbbz's apology. It's obviously the thing he feels worst about.
I particularly want to apologize to Tana. Tana, I'm sorry. I should have never made that video. I harassed Tana in person, and then...
Bro, it's probably a good thing I didn't watch that video ever. Like, if I had watched that video, I know the vibes around it, but I feel like if I had watched that video start to finish, especially back then, I don't know if I could be as, like, understanding of who he is now. You know what I mean? Like, I remember that happening because it was in like it was in the space, you know what I mean? And I was like, fucking Hasan, I watched it 30 minutes ago. It was bad. Yeah, don't watch it.
Then harassed her online, and that's deplorable behavior. It's so stupid.
And before you judge him for deleting his videos, I think it makes sense to stop and point out that this was not merely a problematic moment, was not just something that bothers people because using that word is generally bad. This Tana Mongeau thing is mortifying. It's a traumatically embarrassing thing to do. We, as audiences, are so invested in spectacle that it's easy to forget that what happens in front of cameras, what we do for the public, It's real. It has weight. He did not merely make content at this convention. He actually walked up to a real person and heckled them with the N-word. It wasn't a joke. There's no real joke going on here. No, it's portrayed as like a cool gotcha moment, an expression of a kind of political superiority. I don't say this to be mean, far from it, but this, what idubbbz is doing here, is on its face antisocial behavior that would make almost everyone in the real world think you're a dweeb and an asshole. But
which, by the way, again, and that is not like, oh, it was fine for the time. No, man, that shit was still antisocial as fuck, even for back then. And I'm telling you, okay, we on the internet constantly get trapped inside of these like safe spaces, echo chambers, whatever you want to fucking call it. And we literally think like gross, unhinged behavior like that, just like behaving like an absolute fucking unhinged freakazoid, okay, is actually perfectly valid. Or like, oh, one of our people breached contagion and like is actually out there doing the things that we wish we could do. And like this happens all the fucking time. And a lot of these motherfuckers literally still think like that. Like they haven't been able to escape it. It's crazy. Tana was just as bad with her trashy behavior, i.e. toothbrush gate. It doesn't matter. There's no justification for doing that because you're not shitting on Tana when you say the N-word. You're shitting on random black people, chatter. What the fuck do you not understand? It's 2023. How am I supposed to fucking explain this to people still at this point? Jesus, Lord, mercy on my fucking soul. Holy fuck. Anyway, we're not even talking about that. Listen, the guy who's living in a lighthouse 100% is correct, okay? It is gross. It's unhinged. A lot of people still do that. There are still like remnants of that online everywhere where people would just like, LSF sometimes gets this way. I'll give you an example that a lot of people in here will understand, okay? LSF sometimes gets this way, where they'll whip themselves up into a fucking frenzy and say shit like, well, actually, cracker is an anti-white slur and not necessarily a demonstration of white fragility, and basically another secret way to argue that like we should be able to say it if you can say the other bad thing. Okay? Like, and in that very moment, if you like are deeply connected to a community like that online, whether willingly or unwillingly, okay, you will look to that and go, fuck, man, a lot of people feel this way. You have to sometimes, that's the reason why I say you got to fucking go touch grass sometimes, okay? Like, you have to get yourself out of that space and just like see the world for what it actually is for a brief moment. It's so easy to get trapped in that fucking echo chamber and like legitimately think that other people don't find this fucking unhinged and actually cool. Charlie said to chat with you in a stream. I don't know if I can right now because my dog is barking. And by that, I don't mean my feet are hurting, but my dogs are barking. I talked to him in the DMs, though. I'm down to do it maybe tomorrow, potentially. Because I do want to do it. I already DM'd him. Deadass, if you go outside, you realize 99% of people don't actually care. Yes, but also like normal people do not hold positions like that. You know what I mean? Normal people would not fucking see that situation and react in a positive way. They would look at that and go, what the fuck, dude? That guy's fucking weird.
Importantly, this was not how it was received. idubbbz had cultivated and encouraged an audience to be so detached from this obvious social reality that people just loved it and gave him millions and millions of views. You can say, why throw the baby out with the bathwater? Why get rid of work that has good things to it? But I don't think this is an empathetic response because I think a lot of us in idubbbz's shoes would feel exactly the way he feels. When you do a nasty antisocial thing and everyone just sees that as normal, the problem isn't just the event itself, but fundamental things about the way you're appealing to people, what you are as a content producer, and why people like you. In other words, if this mortifying thing is something people like about me, if it is in fact part of the reason they like my videos, then they must think being a freak is cool. And seeing that, yeah, I'd want to burn it all down too. It's the obvious choice, I'd say. Anyway, that was my thought. Bye.
Yeah. I mean, it's good. There's a lot more you could get to it. The closer Joel gets to the corner, the littler he becomes. Joel consists from a lot of internet. Dude, yeah, you want to know how you know this motherfucker's a leftist? Look at his top commentators. Look at his top comments. Everyone's writing like Wikipedia page worth essays, man. That's how you know this motherfucker's cultivated a leftist ass audience. Glad you shared your opinion here, Joel. The consensus from a lot of the internet is that idubbbz is wrong, and I've seen hardly anyone come to his defense here. It's clear that he's making a very mature decision, but it seems that a lot of people are still stuck in the mindset. I don't think a lot of people are attacking him. I don't think a lot of people are attacking him. I think more people are is supportive of this decision than not. But of course, the weirdos that are in the minority that actually hate this shit are very loud. They're loud and cringe. They're very loud and cringe. They're loud and cringe. Cringe and loud. It is what it is. You're so insanely correct about behavior like this. LSF commenters saying the N-word now but spelled differently when they copy a message from like Kai's to prove how uncivilized they are. It's so bad now. Yeah. People forget the minority on a subject, they're usually the loudest. Yeah. Joel's take is perfectly objective. Comments on this video and the one about fucking fresh are mortifying to me. To see a fan base who I used to identify with so incapable of basic human moral growth or empathy makes me so anxious. When every one of the top comments is calling Ian unmasculine and a hypocrite and a terrible, unredeemable person. Yeah, that's the other part. Like, while on the one hand they say like unmasculine, I see this all the time about myself too. People will always like resurface my old fucking videos that literally, like, I don't even know how the fuck you find them to be like. The satire Brotus videos to be like, Hasan is such a hypocrite. Look at him. It's like, dog, that's literally more than 10 years ago. And you're that loser now. Why are you trying to fucking desperately be like, nah, dog, you're still that loser. I fucking got you. I'm like, no, very clearly I'm not. You know what I mean? Why does that make you so upset? Is it because you feel cringy all the fucking time? Like your existence is pain all the fucking time? Is that what it is? And you feel like change is incapable? But then when you see someone else do it, you're like, oh, they must have changed for some financial component. They must have changed because they just fucking, you know, they want to get the bag because they can't make content like that. No, you can. The people that say, oh, you just changed because you want to get the bag because you can't make money like that, you want to be brand friendly, is so funny. It's like, bro, what content are you consuming? You're watching plenty of that fucking old ass dog shit still to this day. So clearly a lot of people are doing that. Yeah, I'm seeing people say he did it out of fear of being canceled. No, he was never. That's not a thing. Cancel culture is not a thing. Cancel culture is happening to him right now by the audience that supposedly hates cancel culture. When you fucking bring up old ass videos of people that like have atoned for that have openly said, I don't like this. This doesn't represent me. This is fucked up. And you fucking bully them over the head with it. You hit him over the head with it and you say, no, you can't change. You are this person still. You're this person. I don't care. You're doing cancel culture. That was the most annoying, smarmy part about like SJWs. You know what I mean? The most annoying, smarmy part about fucking SJWs online in like the 2016 era was literally this. The way that they behave, where it was like, no, people are incapable of changing. Fuck you. You did a bad thing. Die. But of course, it's only fucking SJWs when they do it, it's cancel culture. When racist edgelords do it, then they're not doing cancel culture. They're doing what? Justice? Yeah, Ian said super well said. I completely agree with your perspective. Thanks for making this. Look at how many fucking essays were written in the Little Joel fandom. What the fuck? Anyway, I'm never gonna fucking shit on people that have demonstrated the capacity to change, that have shown personal growth, that recognize what they did was wrong, especially when the stakes are so high to fucking admit that shit. Especially when the stakes are high, especially when you are going to get a lot of shit thrown your way by your old fan base and even people who are not as receptive to your apologies and still say you're doing it for cynical reasons. And I think that there is, you know, it takes a lot of fucking courage to come out and basically admit that you're a different person and that what you did back then was wrong. Okay? Yeah, I welcome that shit with open arms. Okay? What is idubbbz's video sitting at now? 1.4 million views from 1 day ago, number 7 on trending, 127,000 likes. How many dislikes does it have? $74K dislikes. That's crazy. That's crazy. Anyway, I wanna talk to Charlie tonight, but I don't know if I can right now because Kaya is fucking barking up a storm upstairs. That's a lot of dislikes. Actually, it seems like people are mad. I love that chatters are telling me what Moist is saying on his stream because I'm DMing him currently. Also, it wouldn't be a debate. If I talk to Charlie about this, it would not be a debate. I know a lot of you are like waiting for blood sport, but it's just not going to happen. Like, it would just be a conversation where I would try to understand what his perspective is a little bit better. Okay? If you want to debate, I will have a debate on Sunday, though. I will be debating LOL overruled. I will be debating him on abolition. Yeah. Pro-abolition. I'm not pro-abolition. Literally, who the fuck? He's a public public defender, and he's a TikToker. He's great. Do you get nervous for debate? No, I don't. Why would I? Here's a 3-minute ad break now. Love you all. Let's be real. He's a real thirst trap. Yeah. I will do the rest of the Okay Buddy Hasan tomorrow. Okay? Where's America Deserves Hasan? I wanted to play that as my outro today. As a throwback. I can't find it. Oh, America Deserves Love. Here
What a fucking liar, dude. What a fucking Weasley
here you
little
go, guys.
liar,
I love you all.
dude.
I will see you tomorrow.
What a fucking
Bye-bye.
Weasley little liar, dude. Holy shit, dude.